Hi, my name's Ryan.
Hi, I'm Molly. My name is Katie.
Hi, my name is Riley.
Hi, I'm Allie.
Hi, my name is Will.
How has your definition of home changed throughout college?
I think home can change throughout your life of what that means to you and who the people are that make your home.
My dad moved our entire family to Idaho kind of at the moment that I moved off to college.
My idea of home has changed a lot in college. I've changed living circumstances almost every year.
Growing up, I always lived in the same house, and so I recognize being home as that home.
Now that's wherever my parents are, wherever my brother is, and wherever my friends are.
I didn't really recognize friends as being home until college.
It's like family versus friends.
Do you feel like you're the person you imagined you'd become at 18?
At 18, I
I was a lot more of a carefree person.
I think I'm certainly different than what my 18-year-old self would have imagined.
I wanted to play baseball, specifically at college, and that was kind of a big decision to just go a different route.
18-year-old Riley was very stuck in her way.
when I first turned 18, I was really scared for the future.
But honestly, I have peace with myself and where I'm at, and I think that's all my 18-year-old self would want.
Is there a version of yourself that you grieve?
That was the one I was scared to answer.
I grieve a lot of versions of myself.
I have experienced the bad in people, and I feel like I grieve my naive self. I would do anything for anyone. I would give the clothes off my back if someone needed it, and I kind of miss that version of myself.
I wish I had appreciated being a child more. It's kind of hard to be an adult.
Growing up adds more responsibility to your life, and people expect more from you.
When I got to college, I kind of mentioned that I was very much a giver. I've always been an extrovert. I was going out and meeting as many people as possible, and obviously, naturally that led to me falling in love for the first time not for the first time, but with somebody in college for the first time. And there is a version of me that existed back then that no longer exists now, that was able to kind of give his heart away very generously. Do I grieve him? Yes. I think that's a very beautiful thing to be in that spot where you are feeling something very beautiful and very strong for the first time. I think that version of myself had to kind of go by the wayside in order to protect myself from nefarious influences in the future.
What do you think growing up has both costed you and taught you?
Oh, that's a hard one.
I would say growing up has costed me my innocence.
My innocence. I think I would have described my younger self as pretty naive.
Growing up has definitely cost me my naiveness.
Growing up, my life was very dedicated to one singular thing. It taught me that I needed to be able to put priorities on different things to support myself emotionally and mentally, and support friendships that I had as well.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I had to learn, and a lot of that learning had to do with unlearning as well. I was still very naive about kind of romantic relationships and how to go about that.
What's the word that they use in the Spider-Man movies?
Your canon event.
Yes, canon event.
Okay,
What's
yeah.
your canon
Yeah.
event?
I think a canon event in college would have to be in my freshman year when I was living in the dorms. I lived with two other people, and one of them I ended up having a falling out with sophomore year.
Sophomore year put me to the test, and I had a situation with my friend and was told the worst things I've ever heard anyone say about me.
Before I started college, I went on a study abroad program, and it was my first real experience of college. During that time, I had a really bad roommate situation where it got to the point of emotional abuse, and it really changed me because I had never experienced anything like that or knew that people could be so cruel. When I would talk to my mom during the situation, she would be like, I don't want you to be in a princess in a tower waiting to be saved. I kind of realized that that's what I was doing. I was waiting for someone else to get me out of the situation rather than sticking up for myself. but it did teach me how to get myself out of bad situations and know when I'm being treated with harm.